I know that there's a lot more examples of standard gauge locomotives being converted to narrow gauge, like the K-37, stuff like that.
Oh,
That was just always a case of.
We can ban him. We can ban him right now, Mick.
What?
We can ban him right now. He said the word. He said the phrase.
What did he do?
K-37s converted from standard gauge. You pressed like I have 2 buttons as an individual. I have 2 buttons that piss me off.
Okay, so to clarify that they weren't converted from standard to narrow gauge. They were initially being built as standard gauge 280s, but that order got canceled.
No!
So,
Explodes! Yeah. No! Sorry. That clipped horrendously. I will ban you. No, just kidding.
All right,
you're great people. Shall I explain for the sake of people that want to learn things?
Yes.
I would like to learn things because that scream was very scary.
Sorry, this is a I have 2 triggers.
I push hyce's PTSD button.
Ladies and gents, I have 2 trigger buttons that make me irrationally frustrated. They are, I shouldn't tell them to people, but here we are. They are someone saying that the engineer or the fireman or anyone in the cab is the conductor when they are not. That pisses me off right away.
Driving the train.
Driving the train's less, but someone being the if they, I harken back to this mother at Dale with Thomas pointing at me and saying, "Look at the conductor. Look at how dirty he is." After I got off the engine shoveling coal for 12 hours in the day, and I was like, "No, I am not the conductor. Why you do this?
I am the fireman.
I'm the fireman. I just shoveled for 12 hours. The conductor sits in the caboose and tells us what to do, and he's very clean." But anyway, the other one is that K-37s were converted. No, they were not. The K-37s were a brand new locomotive built for the Denver and Rio Grande Western in 1928 and 1930. They reutilized an old existing boiler. End of story. There was no conversion except for the tender. The tenders were absolutely converted. They put new wheel sets with narrow gauge axles in the same journal boxes and the same frames and the same everything for the tenders. Tenders absolutely converted, but everyone says, "Oh, they just converted the standard gauge engine for the K-37s," which leads to all this bullshit about people being like, "Oh, so they just squeezed the axles in further and then put a new move the frame on the outside." No. New cylinders, new frame, new cylinder saddle, new frame, new running gear, new rods, new wheels, new everything.
So nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
What I'm hearing is that while Brett may be like a standard gauge man in a narrow gauge world, the K-37 is a standard gauge engine in a narrow gauge truck. Boom.
Kind of, but it's the same size as the K-36 is the thing. All of the Ks are that big.
Then hyce, if that's the fact, then you might want to get in touch with whoever wrote the Wikipedia article.
I know! I edited the fucking Wikipedia article myself, and idiot foamers keep editing it! Who is more qualified than me to fucking answer this? Sorry, I know we said no about swearing, but Jesus fuck, this is like the one few things that I have opinions about.
Anyways, let's get back on track.
Yeah, sorry. We derailed Hyce's brain in a massive way.